Hello, everyone, and welcome to your Friday night tune-up. Wait, Cosmic Insight on Friday night. I know. I'm just so excited it's Friday, and
It
if
is
you don't
Friday.
know us by now, then right,
Exactly. In fact, yesterday I think I said, what did I think it was like Tuesday or so? I've been so off with time. It's just been, I don't even know what to say about it.
yeah, time is obsolete. Time is, I wrote a poem a while ago. Maybe I should one day I read it on the show when I find it. But I wrote a poem a long time ago defining what time is, and essentially what it is just energy, and how we define the energetic moments with time by the seconds. And so I just thought it was interesting how that came to me when I was really asking myself all these questions about this, that, and the other. So yeah,
Yeah,
when you ask a question, you get the answer when you're ready to receive
exactly.
it.
You think about it. I feel, time is one of our biggest attachments that we need to detach from. And that's what's happening right now. That's why things are so like, because we are detaching from time at a whole nother level. And it's funny you say that, talking about time. Two things around time, talking how different people kind of operate in the world. This week, speaking about time, I got up at like, I don't know, it was like 5 in the morning because I'm dealing with all this. And so
You
I was like,
too.
yeah, I was like, well, I'll tell you exactly what it was. So I walked to the kitchen, I got to take some elderberry syrup in the middle of the night. So I get up and I looked at the clock and it was 5:25. And I took note of it. And this is why I took note of it. So I took my elderberry and I walked out of the kitchen. Something said, turn back around and look at the time. And I did. And it was 5:20.
Only you. Only.
But that's what's happening now. It's all these timeline shifts and paradigm and just these things in these pockets. And there's this emergence of so much that's happening right now. It's just what I just seem to see it, to express it to
Yeah.
everyone out there, that you're not losing your mind, people.
No, and you know what? I haven't experienced that level of time distortion where
Hmm.
I'm aware of the physical time when I'm looking at a clock. I've experienced time distortion in other ways, you know, partly due to the medicines and the mushrooms and everything else I've been doing. It's really, time dis. And you know what? I think that's the incorrect wording of time distortion. The word distortion. I feel like it's actually time. Thank you, Cosmo,
That
or
was Daisy.
Daisy. Thank you, Daisy. Um, I think it's more so of a assemblage of time, where we become aware of the different facets, right? And so, with what we conceive or what we think in the linear aspect of the time and the time distortion and the time field or the energetic field surrounding this, I feel that now our awareness is broadening to such a degree that we initially feel it's a distortion, but it is more of an assemblage of the other different aspects and pockets of time. And I'll explain this and how I saw this. So this week I was hanging out with a friend of mine, and I'm just off in the distance, looking at the water, looking at the trees, and I understand the vastness of this, the vastness of the beach, the sand, the trees, and it was a windy day, very windy day, and I just see this energetic movement in the wind and how everything was just swaying to one way, but then there's like these little pockets where nothing moved, and I'm like, there's a field of energy here, and it's becoming in that space of awareness of the assemblage of the energies. So like in these little pockets and bubbles where everything is standing still, and so that's what I feel is happening right now.
Exactly. And I love that you say that as well, because the assemblage point, is so profound in our life. to look at, kind of the reverse example of the wind. We do that as well. We have the wind going around us, and then we have these assemblage points that we lock in, or what we're anchored into in our world. And now is the time, opening up to that energy of what's going on with the wind as an example, because Mother Nature and the elements teach us everything. If you sit and watch, you will get all the lessons, you would get all the guidance that you could ever want, is just by
Yeah.
watching nature. But that similar point is, where we need to unlock from those places that we're locked into now, as we
Mhm.
move into this new energy, of this new world, of this new creation that we're creating. It's really looking at ourselves, I feel personally, at a whole nother level. And and being very mindful and very aware of your own you as the assemblage point, you as the energy of who you are.
The
And
anchor.
or like we move around the world, and and just everybody, but it's really now taking responsibility for your own energy at a whole nother level, that we are required now, as our energy, as we're raising up, our energies are raising up, as the earth's energy, as the galactic energy, like everything's freaking upgrading now on so many different levels, with the planets, with the sun. I mean, there's just so much. It's just a lot. But
Yeah.
we need to stand in that space to really start to discern, really start to learn, and really start to understand how to navigate and explore how we move throughout this world, and
Yeah.
take responsibility for that.
A hold to that.
A ho to that.
So you had something very interesting to share with us this evening, Rebecca.
Do you want
I
me to share
feel
the big story or the little story? Or the big thing?
well. You said you had a download, so I figured now would be
Oh,
a
my
good.
download. Okay, I didn't know the announcement I was going to make, so I wasn't sure. It was just I was sitting right before.
Oh, well,
Um,
we can do the announcement now, and then we could, do the download, whichever you prefer.
well, it's not really download. It's just one of my little poems, which is a download. So I'll read that. Well, and then I'll go into my announcement. So, and I hope I can read it. Please apologize. I'm not apologizing, but I'm having trouble speaking. So, um, the charge of a new day is here, and not far away. A cast of the past, a turn on a dime, a creation of all revolving and beginning to unwind. A truth to be told, a lie to let go. A time between no time is where there is no day. A spiral of the past, present, and future are twirling away. Mother Earth shedding all that must go. Evolution of change is here and on its way. We will embrace it, and not that it is our choice. Miracles are rising as we finally are becoming what we run from the most. Being in the doing, doing in the being, flow to the flow of the never ending beginning. The new day of change is here, a new time to let go and enjoy the unraveling of the new picture show.
See, I love that because I didn't hear it prior, and this is so in alignment with how we started the show tonight. Since
Exactly.
you know, when 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 we're connected, and not just you and I per se, but
Yeah,
when we are connected as a collective, we begin to see the recognition of our patterns. We begin to see the recognition of our awareness. We begin to witness the newness that is being established. And so,
exactly.
thank you for sharing that aligned energy with
And
us.
thank you. Thank you for allowing me to read it. Yeah. Literally, I was writing that literally right before I got on with you, like 3 minutes ago. Yeah. So, but that's usually how those things come. So, yeah. But it's just, oh, do you want me to make a big announcement?
Yeah, we can do your big announcement.
Are you sure? Are you
Yes.
going to cry?
I already cried.
So everyone, I've been going through a lot, and talking about the new energies and what's happening in the world and what's happening with myself right now. I have been fighting this for a while. to make a decision. And I have decided I'm going to step away from the show for a little while, because I need to do some healing, that I'm getting directed more so than ever to just kind of back off and really focus on some things that are coming in for me, that I just need to clear my slate and simplify life and simplify myself. And and I send that out to everyone. It's a time to simplify our lives. And so yeah, so I'm in healing process right now. I know it's energetic, also in the physical as well. And I know, on so many levels, trusting and understanding and surrendering what's happening to me, that I have to also honor and have the integrity to step back and say, hey, I've got to take a break right now, and just really focus in and go into what's happening with me on a whole nother level. So that is my big announcement. I still, here and there, if you want to get in contact with me, I want to create more and do more paintings and drawings or individual sessions, I will still do. So you can always send me an email around that. But I'm going to take a break from the show. Hillis, love you, and I'm just so honored to be with you. How many years have we been together now?
I don't know,
4 years or something? 3 years?
yeah, it's been like 3 years, yeah.
And then that, oh my gosh, talk about time. It's like seemed like yesterday. But as I said, I have been back and forth about this for a while, but I know this is the best decision for me at this time. And who knows what's going to happen in the future? We're just going to leave it up to whatever's supposed to unfold will unfold. In saying that, if anybody would like to come on and host with Hillis, give them a shout.
Yes.
So in the interim, yeah,
So yeah, so we are still going to do our segments on here. Either I will be either solo, or I will have a guest co-host, or maybe one of our loyal watchers will like to come on with me and join me in this co-creative experience to allow yourself to be seen and be comfortable to be seen. And so just allow yourself to be in that space. And so as you honor this next step in everyone's journey, not, it's just the beautiful unfolding. So yeah, you
yeah.
want, just
And
reach out.
yeah, and I want to just thank everyone out there who supported us on so many levels. It means so much to me. And, in saying what you just said, one of the reasons I know I got started on this, years ago when I started with my own show, Cosmic Tune Up Happy Hour, is to open that platform for people who wanted to step forward and just step in their truth and step into the heart, to bring that platform for them to do that. So as Hillis said, please come forward if you like to be on the show, so you can express the best of you, because that's one of the beautiful reasons why we started this platform, and Hillis and I came together, is to help support each other and help support all you out there that might be struggling or might not want to step into the truth of who you are, or step into that, being seen, that's
Yeah,
so hard to
gotcha.
be seen on so many levels. So to give you that strength behind us to make that step forward, because we all have to do that now. Whatever that looks like for you. Like for me, it's actually stepping away for a while. So I can get some stuff together with me, and others are stepping forward. So it's like, we're all in this game right now, and there's going to be a huge influx soon coming, of individuals who are going to start to wake up, and it's going to be very frantic when they do. So now's the time to do what you are required to do, no matter what that is, to be prepared for the next wave of this great evolution we're moving through. So
Yeah.
I'm losing my breath, so I'm going to
Yeah.
take some water.
So no, no, I like that you use the word evolution, because that's what it is. It's the remembering, it's the evolution of the self, evolution of the soul. It's about connecting to your power, your soul lineage. And I talked about that earlier this week when I met with Kathy Mason. So you guys can definitely go to my YouTube channel in my interview section. You guys can hop on and see that Valentine's Day interview that I did. It was amazing. It's just amazing stuff happens when I sit with Kathy. So
Awesome.
yeah, and it's just real interesting, in how everything is just really allowing itself to present and to be, now that we have crossed this threshold, cross the threshold of the 26,000 years, cross the threshold of the new beginnings, we crossed many thresholds and opened up many new energies. And so, and I like what you said, because it goes back to one thing that I've always been saying, especially in the recent months of being on the show, is that everyone is on their journey, no matter where your path takes you. However, what I'm being guided to express, and I've always expressed, is now it's the time to look within, because we've looked so many spaces outside ourselves that the spaces outside ourselves is running out, which is one of the reasons why there's anxiety and fear, because we don't know who to turn to or where to go or who to trust and all this other information. Now it's the time to go within, and that's what I've been doing on my journey that I've been embarking for these past 4 months. And I tell you, going inside, it has opened up many other doors. Granted, yes, you have the gurus and the masters and the teachers, or whatever you want to call them, okay? They can only take you so far. It's up to you to do the rest.
Well, what is it really too? We are all our own masters. We are all our own gurus. We all have lived lives after lives, if you believe in that, and been in energies from the beginning of time. So it's only remembering who we are and letting go, and letting go of of what we've been taught in this
Yeah,
lifetime to
yeah.
keep us. My husband and I were having a conversation. We were, not to get, I don't know, I'm moving left here for a second, my ADHD, but just seeing how, how things are unraveling, and how things, we were talking about, no, I don't know what we're talking about, like the system of things, how's everything so messed up, and um with what were we talking about? My mind just went totally blank because it doesn't
The
really.
systems, and how the
This
systems are all
system,
messed up, and how everything is
oh,
crumbling
we were
down
talking
around
about the price. What is the price increase, like the, oh my god, my mind,
inflation.
like inflation and how things are, the cost of living, it's that compared, and it's like, if you look at the data, it doesn't make sense with what the cost of living truly are. So it's like
Yeah,
we are still living back at the beginning of time under the control of the higher that be.
yeah.
We're still living we're still in that same circle. Seriously, we are. If you
We
take
are. And the only reason I'm
we're
smiling and
still
laughing, because I
living
was
like,
thinking about this the
in
other
the
day.
medieval times, with the kings, when the poor people, they had nothing to eat. I mean, seriously, like we are still in that circle, that it's time for the people to rise up and say enough is enough, and it's just, we're in this evolution of realizing, all, as I said, untrick yourself from the fuckery. I got to bring it up tonight because that's what we're in the process of doing, untricking ourselves from all the fuckery that is in this world that we live out on so many levels.
I know. Don't even. That's a whole other
I know it's a whole
episode.
ball game, but it's my last
No, no,
for a
no, no,
while,
no.
so I can say
That's
whatever
a
the fuck
whole
I want.
other show that we would get into.
Yes, but I needed to express that tonight to tell people,
I
untrick yourself,
appreciate it. I really do. I really do.
because we do on so many levels. And when I say that, it's not all the way out, and I brought that around because the main thing we need to do is untrick ourselves from ourselves.
Yeah,
And that's what I wanted to circle around to after my, go out and come in, and step in to surrender and have the compassion and the patience with ourselves, to step into the free spirit we are, and to really look at those faces internally, that we are kicking ourselves in the ass over and over again, that we don't have to. It's time to get
yeah,
off the wheel. And
yeah.
that's so important right now for everybody to get off the wheel and stand in who they are. And I'll
Exactly.
off my soapbox now.
I love it. I love it. I love it. And so with that, I enjoy these abbreviated Friday night shows.
Oh, do you?
I do, because it's just something magical about it, because we get in, we say what we gotta say, and then we're done. But it's just the magic of it, because it's just the energy of spirit. And I think Now, let me rephrase it. I feel this is in the direction that everything is moving into because we've gotten so conditioned of our shortened attention span that spirit is like, okay, let's get the message in, let's hit it hard, let's express what needs to be expressed, and then boom, we're out, we're done.
Well, that's interesting because as you say that, as the energies are changing right now, you bring up a great point. We've always been conditioned has to take an hour to do this. There's always a time limit to heal. There's a time limit for everything. What are you laughing at?
Because this is all coming
Yeah,
around in the
and
circle. Yeah.
and it's such, just like example, the language that comes through me. I know it does not take long. It goes in, zaps, it goes out, and that's the energies that are happening now. We don't have to take the time that we used to heal or let go. It is zippity zappity, bibbity bobbity will. Oh my god, I hope I don't get in trouble for quoting Disney. But anyway, but Disney had it right when it comes to that, because that's what the energies of the world are coming to now. That's how miracles are happening now. That's what we're opening up to the energies now. Is that energy of bibbity bobbity will?
Yeah.
Because I do a card for tonight.
Yeah. What is
Yeah,
it?
you ready?
I'm ready.
New chapter.
Oh, come on. And, say no more.
Say no more. And that's what's happening, a new chapter. So embrace everyone, embrace your new chapter of you. Allow the expansion of you, allow the openness of you, allow yourself to be patient with where you're at. And if you have a messy day, you have a messy day,
Or a
you know,
moment.
or moments. I have messy days, so I'm saying day or moment, and just don't beat yourself up anymore. Just look at that as a kind of like a check-in point.
Yes.
It's your new check-in point. When you get messy, I need to check in. Did I ground myself? Have I cleared my energy? Am I standing in my truth? What is out of balance in this moment that I need to look at so I can stay clear on who I am and where I'm going?
Yeah.
And grounding is so important right now.
Yeah.
Keeping yourself connected is so important. And being in nature is so important because the trees, my dear, and the animals and things they're really starting to talk more and more. And we really need to start to listen because they've got a lot to tell us. They look at how long some of them have been here. They've seen all kinds of stuff, and they're ready to talk and express this.
Yeah. Exactly. They are.
Okay, Hillis.
And with that, it is now time for the tune up. Because it wouldn't be Friday night without the tune up.
Exactly.
And so I'm going to do a little guided meditation around tonight's topic, around that energy, because it's so prevalent in all that we are. As you simply see this wave of energy, that
Yes.
is behind us or me, is just speaking to that space of allowing now, yes, there's movement, but there's also this point where we need to be an anchor, to stand in the formation, to allow for the coming together of these new energies, to stand and be anchored into what is coming. And that anchor is you. And so, with that, my dear ones, it is now time.
I want to share something real quick before you do
Yeah.
that.
Oh, yeah.
I love this. I think I'm going to start saying bibbity bobbity boo each time those growing experiences present themselves.
I love that.
Yeah,
Bippity
have fun with it. Anyway, have fun with what's happening. So I love that. Okay, thanks.
boppity. And so, with that, everyone just allow yourselves now to take in a nice big deep breath. And as you do, begin to feel your energies being anchored with every breath. And you can do a loud exhale if you want, to feel the body, to feel the anchor, to feel the presence of this infinite moment that is always changing, always evolving, always expanding and contracting. Allow yourself to feel the weight of you, to feel the energy that is you, the density, the lightness, all things, because you are fluid, yet you are this giant stone that is anchored, that is used to and connected to all the elemental energies, the earth, the water, the air, the fire, all these life giving energies. And one depends and works in concert with the other. As you, a child of this planet, hold all these elements and more to become master of your surroundings as you anchor in the energies of self. And just imagine you are having a conversation with your soul as your soul comes in with this beautiful rainbow light. This prismatic color of energy surrounds you and begins to speak to you. And as this energy swirls around you, you begin to feel light on your feet, but yet heavy enough to feel anchored in because the energy is flowing to you, because the energy is you, becoming the master of your surroundings as this great wisdom of this prismatic energy is coming into you to understand the time, to understand the infinite now. The infinite now is always as our mind, as our life events, as our happenings distract us from this infinite now. Whether we need to cook dinner or we need to prepare, our children's lunches or get the dogs food, or we need to, worry about how much money we have for our bills or what bills need to be paid, or is this taken care of, is that taken care of? All of these little distractions, these life moments, yes, they are important, but they are not important enough to distract you from this infinite moment that is you. This infinite stream of consciousness, this prismatic energy is a reminder for you to be present, to always be here, to always be now, to ask yourself, am I here? Am I fully engaged in this moment? And if the answer is no, which most often it is, take the time to breathe. And everyone just breathe in a big deep breath and anchor into this infinite moment as each color represents a different facet of self, the assemblage point, the anchor point of you, to call in what it is you are requiring for yourself to be present in the moment now, the moments to come, to always be you, to always be self, whomever self is, whomever you call yourself to be, and know that when you speak your own name, that you are present. When you think your own name, you are present. When someone else calls your name, you are present because it is your trigger to remind you that I am here on this earth, I'm here on this planet, and I have this mission. But this mission, this purpose is this journey, and this infinite moment in this moment, is what's important. That requires my full attention, my full awareness. And with this full awareness, you are anchored in. Doesn't matter where, who, what, when, doesn't matter. Every moment, every breath, every single breath is your moment to be fully present. Every eyelash, every every bat of your eye, every blink is the time for you to be present. Every second, every heartbeat is a moment for you to be present. And let this be your reminder that you are always present, that you
Mm,
are in control, that you are the master of self, and that your energies around you are the wonderful, amazing teachers to remind you that you are the portal of present. You are the portal of the infinite now
no.
and will always be as you allow for yourself to focus on self as you travel within to know yourself, your love, and be the anchor of every moment that you breathe. And everyone taking a nice big deep breath and allowing this prismatic light to enter into your field, enter into the body, and gently let go and integrate this beautiful light that is your teacher. Just gently open your eyes to the present, to this gift unto self.
Mm.
Aho.
Oh, and self it is. So I'm going to do something I don't normally do. I'm going to do some channeling in a different way for you as coming through right now that I need to need to do. Um, as a goodbye gift.
Mm.
No, goodbye for now. There's never a true goodbye. Nakasago ando singing with the ato could the ato ni singing what cattle singing what the ato would you sing on ni call out singing what that's loud to do das. Ika got talk to the hot to the army singing of tato to no dinner so the alarm was slow. Ika the let's say to the ato to ako to the alarm to sing ako to the got that say Nika so got ako to the got to go to hot just ako to the got to the got to 이 가서도 가고도 지금 아고도 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 지가 또 지지 니가 또 저희가 아고지가 또 지가 저저 하도 수지가 또 되고 이어서 해고지고 거기서 아고지가 또 지가 이거 다또 지기도 시에서 이거 또 지가 주지
That was different. It was different. I have to listen to it again to be able to translate it, but I got some points in there. I understood pieces.
yeah,
I understood the pieces. So
a
thank
little
you.
part of myself I don't let come out a lot, so
Well, thank you, my dear,
thank
and
you.
and everyone. Take this time for you. Remember that you are important, and remember to keep exploring. Until
And remember,
next time, everyone.
don't limit yourself, create yourself. You're the change in you. I love you all. Happy exploring. Until we meet again. Mwah.
Until next week.